All right, everybody, this is my second installment of my YouTube page, and we're here now at the world famous Monster Factory. So we're going to get a quick session here with Mr. Danny Cage, who is the owner and operator and head coach of the Monster Factory. We met a couple years ago and did some camps together, and ever since then just kind of grew in wrestling, friendship with kind of having the same mindset as far as like styles of wrestling and having the same opinions on where the wrestling business is and should be going, and training methods and so forth. So with us now is Mr. Danny Cage.
What's up,
man.
Ricky?
How's it going? I just wanted to basically get you on here and plug, everything about the Monster Factory. It is a place where I come to train myself. He's opened his doors to me.
Ricky comes out and helps out with coaching and all. And like he was saying earlier, I was eavesdropping. We get along great. We have a same mindset when it comes to wrestling and training, and the way shows should run, matches should run, the way to carry yourself in and out of the locker room.
So tonight we had Tag Team Turmoil, and it was a huge success.
It was fun.
So many wrestlers from all over the country come here to do the camps, all the seminars that he does, and just to be a part of this show. There was guys that came from Texas and the Carolinas to be on dark matches just to come meet this guy and try to get on these shows. So if you're in the Northeast area, I highly recommend, as I always do, get down here, not just for the shows, but for the training. So with Tag Team Turmoil, it was very quick, fast-paced wrestling. Like, you really have to know what you're doing in the ring, right, to get through these matches, because some of these teams were in Tag Team Turmoil for 5, 6, 7 matches, and it's very difficult for insiders that understand like how to kind of create that type of magic in the ring. So explain when you do training, right? What type of drills that you do? We always see
a lot of the stuff that we do, like we'll do drills, but it's more or less just for footwork, timing and stuff. But like a lot of the stuff is more or less like we just throw them out there, let them have matches, and not even critique it, because the best way to get out there and do things is just to go out there and wrestle and learn. And I could critique it up and down, and so could everybody else, but a lot of times it's not going to do any good, because they can't even wrap their head around a lot of the times what we're talking about, and it's more or less just get some reps. And a lot of the tag teams tonight, like we gave them just like a basic idea of what to do, and they plugged it in and it worked. I wasn't really upset with anything other than some timing issues with music and like the entrance going off a little bit on their own beaten path, and like having a lull in the action. And then of course there was the referee thing that got screwed up. More or less everything in the ring I had no issues with, really. I thought the show flowed good. The first half got done at 8:05. It's usually over at 8 o'clock. But in that mix we had 12 different tag teams out there wrestling, just going through. And the object of the thing, Tag Team Turmoil, is basically, I used to love when they used to do like the lethal lottery, like the Battle Bowl type deal. So I was like, let's mix this up, and this way we can see, maybe we do have a tag team that we can put together. Maybe the chemistry does work. Maybe the crowd sees something we don't, and it worked out, because Travis and Royal, they were cheering for, they were booing Hex and Tyga when they did their thing. So like. And then there was Nikos and Max Sterling, which was a team that you didn't really think of, but it worked. So I thought it was a good success. And like these things, we're not here to draw thousands and millions of people and smoke and everything. It's just more or less just from reps. Get them more and more reps. You can't get better at wrestling by not wrestling. Whether it be training, whether it be matches, whether it be anything. And then you also learn by sitting in the back and watching and seeing what other people do, and then kind of eavesdropping on what little feedback is going on. I learned so much just by sitting around and listening to other people talk and be like, man, that does make sense. And man, that does make sense. To the point now, like where I can put together a show in 5 minutes and it'll time out perfectly. It'll be like an hour and 5 minutes. It'll be the intermission, and the next second half will be an hour and 5 minutes, without even having to sit down with a stopwatch and do all that stupid stuff. It's just from years and years of running shows. It's been like 7 years now of running probably like over 400 shows here. So
So
like
you've been here for...
Yeah, I've been here since 2012. I was in wrestling back in the 90s, but we've had this building, and I took over in 2011, and we were in this building. Our first show was September 29th, 2012, and then we've been running pretty much 2 to 3 to sometimes 4 shows a month since then. So,
And then the training schedule here is during the week. What
yeah,
days?
we go Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. We open the doors at 7. You can use the weight room we have. Do strength and conditioning on the mats. Nobody gets in the ring until 8 o'clock. But even then they don't, because 8 o'clock starts. We get strength and conditioning, running, warm-ups, rolls, stretches. Usually our warm-ups take till about 8:45. Then we get going, and what we'll do is we'll separate. Either you'll be in here or a couple of the other kids will be in here coaching the kids, and I'll head to the weight room doing promos. And then we'll switch like every hour, hour and a half, just so everybody gets as many reps as possible. And we have like all levels of wrestlers wrestling together, from somebody with 2 weeks training to somebody with 5 years training, and that's the way everybody gets better. All ships rise, you know, and that's a philosophy I always stick with, because I don't think there's anything gained to just green people wrestling with green people and advanced people wrestling with advanced people. Everybody, I think, gets better if everybody rolls together, and I think that's the way it should be.
Right. Another thing I wanted to touch on was like with people coming in from all over the country really to wrestle for Monster Factory, like something that Danny does before the show. We have a meeting, all the talent gets their instructions for the night, match lineup and everything. Then what he'll do is when he has extra people that come from all over that maybe don't have a match or just showed up or whatever, also gives an opportunity to get with them and create something for them. So just getting down here and just being able to maybe train Friday night, stay in town, wrestle Saturday night, you're going to get a spot on the show. Like, he goes out of his way to find a spot.
Yeah, everybody, like I said, everybody needs reps. And in the beginning it was different, because like when we first started running, WWE was like, we don't want anybody with a lot of experience, have it just be in-house, no going out and doing this and doing that. We don't want bad habits. Now they just go out and make a name.
Right.
So, okay, cool. Then that happens by getting as many matches as you can.
Opportunity.
And wrestling different people, different strength levels. Whether it be, like, anybody could have a great match with an awesome wrestler. But let's say you take someone who's maybe has 5-10 matches and get a good match out of them. And that's when you get to measure how good you really are. Because, like, pretty much anybody in this building would look great wrestling Ric Flair in his prime, because it's Ric Flair.
Right.
But let's see if you could take someone who's had 5-10 matches and do like Ric Flair would and put him through a match, and that's the true testament of a good wrestler, good worker. Yep.
Exactly. Okay, so what social media can we follow you?
The number 4 Monster Factory for both Twitter and Instagram. Monster Factory LLC on Facebook. There's the MFPW on Facebook, and then there's me, the Danny Cage. Plus, call or text me. My cell phone is on my car, 609-471-7904. If you want to come by, do one of our camps, check out training, join. We offer payment plans, everything like that, and all our memberships are lifetime memberships.
Yep. So right there is opportunity, and at the end of the day, that's what we're all working for. Even when you get to WWE, they guarantee you'll have an opportunity to make something of yourself and advance yourself in the company. So if you're looking to learn that style and learn that method, this guy is a guy producing people that have been signed by Ring of Honor and NXT and WWE. So there you go. Thanks.
You the man. You the man.